games are 80 euros now, apparently, and it could go even further. We don't know, because so far it's what it is. And I kind of understand for some cases, like GTA 6, maybe Elder Scrolls 6 as well. Because if you think about it, yeah, expensive as fuck, but you are investing in a game that you know you will play for 10 years. I mean, look at Skyrim and GTA 5. You've played for a long time, probably. So even today they're being played. So it makes sense. But when you're talking about every single game, it's starting to be a little bit weird. Most of the companies are jumping on this bandwagon and they're basically saying it's because of inflation and rising development costs, but is that actually true? I don't think that's the full reality, because recently VO3 from Google has been released, and it's scary how good it looks. So, in case you don't know what it is, it's this shit. Wait, let me pull this up. It's this shit. So, AI. And it's incredible. It's just ridiculous of how good it looks. Look at this, look at this.
Do you think we are in VO3?
If you cannot tell, does it matter?
It's insane. They look like real people. Just a couple of years ago, we were having Will Smith eating spaghetti like this. It looked obviously fake. I mean, it looked amazing. Look at this, boy. But this was scary for different reasons, right? Because people were thinking, yeah, this is clearly a long way to go from reality, right? It's only been 2 years and we have this. Look at this.
Betty bought butter, but the butter's bitter, so Betty bought better butter to make the bitter butter better.
It's insane. So, my point is, with the development of AI, more and more we are seeing game developers using this to create their games. Yeah, they usually say, it's to cut corners here and there, but reality is if you're cutting corners, you're letting go of people, most likely. You're not venturing into more advanced game developing and simply cutting costs. Because at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure VO3 or whatever platform you're gonna use to help you program a game is much cheaper than hiring 10 people, right? That's my point. And nowadays it's reaching to the point where we don't even know what's AI or not. I mean, look at this. So Nintendo, who's one of those pioneers of the 80 euro games coming out now, is being accused or under suspicion of using AI in Mario Kart, the game that they are defending that will be 80 euros. I mean, these kind of look like AI, of course we don't know, but how can we know? Look at this. Video games are being made 80 to 90% by AI. He went on to say, in order for developers to be best in the business, they will need to be fully proficient at using AI tools and to use their aesthetic sense to further refine their work. Currently, around 80 to 90% of codes are written by AI and then fixed up and finalized by human programmers. In other words, it means that right now around 80 to 90% of games are made by AI. So, does this justify the 20 euro increase from AAA games? If this is true, who's winning here? It's not us, it's not the consumer, it's not the developers either, because AI is doing it, so, or at least in many of the cases. So who's winning? And it does not stop at programming. AI technology is encroaching on art, music and even game design on a large scale. Not to mention that it's becoming common sense in the creative world to rely on the power of AI to boost work efficiency. So that's my point. Who is winning? I mean, this is a trend that will only increase. There's no way that this will decrease, right? Because as we see from VO3, it just keeps getting better. So there is simply no way that developers will ignore AI, or at least most of the developers, especially the greedy ones, will ignore AI to be in the good side of the moral compass, right? So long story short, and even though I know some indie game developers are now starting to use AI as well, which is unfortunate, but most of them aren't. At least I hope so. And this is also why most of my content is related to indie games, because I would rather support them than conglomerate companies that would use this. I mean, do we want games to turn out into soulless constructs like Marvel and Star Wars is becoming with Disney? I would hate that. So yeah, let's do our part. Don't buy the $80 games unless unless they really, really deserve it. Most of all, don't pre-order, because that's stupid as fuck. You aren't even gonna get a physical copy. You are literally pre-ordering a digital sale that you are able to buy as soon as it comes out anyway. So don't pre-order, that's stupid as fuck. So yeah, that was just my 2 cents on this. Scary things are coming, I believe, and I don't like that. Especially because video games are my passion, and I'm starting to doubt that it will continue being an art form. So let me know in the comments what you thought. Maybe mention an indie game that you like, and maybe I'll play it as well. So yeah, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this. This was very different from my usual type of content, but I did enjoy ranting. So if you liked it, let me know. Maybe I will continue doing stuff like this sometimes. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.